Welcome to Envisioned Broadcasting, the station designed to encourage, equip, and empower you for growth and success. Presents Women Emerge with Melissa Lambert, a show that shines a light on spiritual growth, health, purpose, and financial education. It's time to emerge and begin to live out your dreams, walk into your destiny, while making a difference in the lives of many.
Welcome to Women Emerge with Melissa Lambert. I am your host, and it's always an honor to come before you another Thursday. Happy Thursday, y'all. I am happy today, really happy today, because we have an amazing guest. I'm going to say I'm going to be biased. She's one of my favorite clients. She became my sister client, and I am just honored to be by her side to serve her truly on purpose. But before we even get into that, just want you to know that this show is being sponsored by Women Emerge Network, a network created for women, men, and children to help bring families' dreams, their destinies, and their businesses together. The four pillars that Women Emerge Network and Lambert Elite Consultant stands on is the 4 P's: passion, purpose, power, and profit. And this guest that you're going to hear from, I remember walking her through all 4 of the P's, and to see where she is today, to be able to go to York, Pennsylvania this week, this Saturday, to witness her going into power and moving into profit is going to be phenomenal. So she's not a gift. In a sense, because she's been here. This is her 4th time on the show. Today, we're going to be talking about, with our special guest, Integrity Matters from I Am Integrity. Our guest speaker is the CEO and the visionary of I Am Integrity, Juanika Ballard. So welcome again to the show, Juanika.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. It is a privilege and an honor.
Wow. I'm just in awe of just where you are today. I remember the first time you came on the show, which was October of 2023. And at that time, you were not even as pro as you are today. Like, you were a bit scared because that was your first show. And you were just, calm, but trying to kind of make sure you didn't trip over your words, and you were just like, okay. The first show was like a bit bumpy for you, but the second time you did it, you was like, oh, I'm feeling this,
Mm-hmm.
And then the third time you came on, we talked about I Am Integrity, and this year you came on, and this is your 4th time. And the reason why I wanted you to show up on this show, because on Saturday will mark history for you, history in the making, because legacy will be brought forth. And I call it this is your 3rd child. You have twins who are 12-year-olds, and this is your 3rd baby coming out. And this baby, you're going to bring this baby to the world. You're going to bring this baby to those who haven't seen or heard, but now they will. So tell us, before we go into who is I Am Integrity, what you're doing this Saturday. Some of the listeners may be listening and don't even know who is Juanika Ballard or who is I Am Integrity. Tell us a little bit about yourself and about I Am Integrity.
So I am a lot of things. By profession, I am a police officer, but I'm also a mom. I'm a spouse. I am a youth advocate, motivator, and obviously the CEO and visionary for I Am Integrity. I've been a student for many years, and I continue increasing my knowledge with specific-based situations, just learning and growing and keeping up with the times. But I am, I guess, the missing link for helping youth to get on the right track. Or at least I am the advocate for starting to empower other people to get on board with us as we do it as a team, as the village for young people.
Wow. And I love the fact that you use the word village, because I've used that so much in my life, because as a single mom, I always say it takes a village to help me raise Chelsea, and to see the success of how, my life has turned out, knowing that my sister, my brother, my mom, my dad, my friends, are always there to support me along my journey to raise my daughter. But to hear now, you are now saying, I am the advocate of these youth, which are the future, right? And to see that you are taking what for years that you have been doing. When I looked at your presentation for Saturday, and I looked at all the pictures that the things that you have accomplished in the last few years, and to see where you are now, I saw the beginning, and the beginning matched the present, like the beginning of you, starting out, doing speaking engagement, doing webinar workshops, being in a community, serving at the school, doing, going to school for law enforcement, and being a part of the force, and just taking the initiative, and to see where you are right now, moving in a space where you're saying integrity matters. So why did you actually start a company with the name Integrity? And I like the way you personalize that name, I am, because you use the I am to make it personable so that person can understand integrity matters, but it doesn't matter if you don't believe it matters. That's why we say I am integrity. So why did you start a company called I Am Integrity?
Well, I started I Am Integrity to save youth. Obviously, I've had a history of working with youth since as long as I can remember. Fresh out of high school, getting ready to go to college, I decided to venture out into fourth grade summer school teaching. And at that time, I learned that I love working with kids, but the teacher's job is a gigantic job, and it's a thankless job. And I realized that wasn't a job for me. I still wanted to work with youth, but I didn't want to do it in that type of restrictions, per se. And then I, of course, learned how to do certain things when it comes down to teaching. Like, although I knew teaching wasn't a thing for me, I learned different things, different skills and strategies and tools from reputable organizations and companies, professionals that came in who had a passion for that subject matter, who taught me the things that I needed in order to reach young people. So I had that as the experience for years, attending workshops and seminars and courses in order to be a better, more informed, I would say, for young people and how to reach them where they are. During COVID, I was on the front lines with working in law enforcement. I saw a lot of people dying, but I also saw a lot of youth who were looking for direction, looking for someone to tell them it was going to be okay, looking for reassurance. And some of the ways that they showed it wasn't really in a way of seeking out, like actively seeking out direction with saying the words. Sometimes youth will behave in a manner that seems quite contradictory for what it is that they're trying to get. Like, I want attention, so I'm going to do bad things, and that's obviously not the way that we want it. We want to teach them how to get attention, and that's exactly what they started to do. They were acting out. Juvenile crime was at a high, like it was markedly high, as well as, unfortunately, suicide attempts and overdoses. And responding to calls, knowing that had those kids been in school, and I know that there were things that were done in order to keep everybody safe. So I'm not knocking the decision for people to say close schools, et cetera. But it really does point out the importance of school. It's not just about the education piece, but it's also about the socialization piece and about that extra set of eyes that can recognize a student and go, hey, is everything okay? And there are some times that you have young people who go to school because that favorite teacher's there. That favorite secretary is there. That favorite aide is there. And so it gives them courage. It encourages them. It uplifts them. It empowers them. And it gives them hope. And that piece was lacking. Parents were trying to figure out how to, keep things going. And most did the best that they could. And so, but we still had the missing piece for the young people. And as I watched them behaving badly or acting out loud on television, I knew that I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something to help them. And so, I sought out ways. I know how to be a police officer. I know what it takes for them to, get arrested. I know what it takes for them to get charged. I know what it takes for them to end up where I have to knock on the door to have a parent identify that child's body. And I don't want to be a part of that anymore. I want to help them to not navigate down that path. So I answered the call to action. I saw that they were crying out for help. And so I took the steps necessary to navigate, to build the organization professionally with strength and integrity in order to bring them the best opportunities possible. So in totality, that's why I did it. I had to do some research first. I had to get my ducks in a row. But the passion for helping them, it never left. And the passion for helping them is obviously not just for the kids that I know, but the ones that I've never met before.
Wow. I mean, you said so much in this conversation, and I want to kind of vomit some of those things up because I want the listeners to hear your heart. And I love the fact that you said you wanted to do something. There's so many people, Juanika, that is in this world that wants to do something, but they don't. They want to make a change, but they don't. They want to make a difference, but they don't. You took it to another level, and you said something else. I answered the call of action. You answered the call of action, and the call of action is, now I want to do something. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to put some things together, and I'm going to answer the call. The call to say to these kids, I'm here. The call to show them, listen, before you can get to the place where I'm either knocking on your door to identify your body, or knocking on your door to tell your parents that you got to come down to the jail to identify this child. Before I get to that, let me teach you what not to do. And it starts with integrity. Then you said strength and integrity. You operate in this organization on strength with integrity. And then you put into that same conversation, the passion never left. The first P to the pillar of Women Emerge Network and Lambert Elite Consultant is passion. And your passion has driven you to now answer the call to purpose. So what is the purpose of the organization? We just heard, why you started in I Am Integrity, but there is a purpose and there's a mission and there's a vision behind that. What does that look like so the audience can understand your purpose, your mission, and your vision behind the organization?
So the purpose of the organization is to decrease juvenile incarceration and death by means of violence by teaching youth the importance and the power of integrity and accountability and self-regulation, confidence, resilience, and conflict resolution. A lot of times they end up having these quote-unquote beefs by misunderstanding, something that somebody posted on social media or something that somebody said that they really didn't even say. And so I want to teach them how to navigate through those tough times, those questionable situations and moments, and give them the tools necessary to be advocates for themselves, to be assertive, to resolve conflict without violence, and to be on the path of excellence. to be on a path that will lead them to a bright future and a productive adulthood. And ultimately that will benefit the community as a whole. As you said before, I'm planning to retire from the police department soon. And we want to raise up young people who we feel comfortable to say, yeah, they're going to do a great job because they have integrity. There's not a occupation out here that integrity does not matter in. There's not one. And whether you are sweeping floors or you're the branch manager of a bank or the CEO of a corporation, you want every time you step in the door to do business with the company or to work with people, your next door neighbor, you want them to have integrity. And so it's important everywhere, not just in the workplace. We live in an age where there are cameras everywhere. People don't even know some of the cameras that are out here. So there's no more of, we're going to do it when it gets dark. We're going to do it when nobody's watching. Somebody is always watching. And once they understand that and navigate for that, then they can start to seek that good feeling that they get when they make good decisions, when they help somebody else, when they do things that's right, even when they think nobody's watching. There's a certain feeling, a certain chemical that's released in your body when you do good things for other people, certain endorphins, and we want them to chase those feelings. We want them to find intentionally situations and opportunities where they can be kind to others, that they can feed that need for doing the right thing and having integrity and displaying it to others.
Wow. I love that. I love your mission, your purpose, because every one of us, you may not have a child, but you have a sibling that may have a child, which makes that person your niece or your nephew. You may have cousins, you may have friends, godkids, godson, God's brother, whatever. We want to be able to allow I Am Integrity to be that village, teaching them something that, we touch on in our home, do the right thing. Don't do that. Don't say that. Make sure you follow, the law, respect the law. We say all that, but there's a reinforcement that needs to happen outside of home. And that's where I believe I Am Integrity will come in. So when these parents are hearing you speak about this company and this organization and the purpose behind it, you share with us already that you are from the background of law enforcement. What other experience do you have that allows you to be able to say, you know what, I can work with young people because of this? So what is that experience that they can look forward to, knowing that you're coming packed with, not just being a law enforcement officer, but you have taken this class and this course and this certificate? What other experiences do you have?
Well, so I actually come with a lot of background experience. One of the most impactful experiences that I have actually is that I'm a parent. I have grown sons who have children of their own, so I'm a grandparent, but I also have preteens. My twins are 12 years old. So I have navigated the tough parts in raising young people and then decided to do it all over again with the next set of children. I did fourth grade summer school teaching, as I said before. I'm a youth basketball coach. I have a degree in applied psychology, a bachelor's degree in applied psychology. I have a master's degree in pastoral counseling. I have over 2 decades of experience with law enforcement. Certified DARE instructor. I was a SRO, school resource officer, in a middle school. A youth advocate. Excuse me. And while I was in SRO, I actually started a group. It's called the Thin Blue Line Lunch Bunch, and it grew right before my eyes in a way that I didn't even plan for. And so I have experience with working with young people, and then being able to work and find community resources in order to help the group grow or organization grow. I am trained in obviously CPR, because you have to have that as a police officer, but I have a little bit of specialty training, and that is that I have been trained to work with individuals who are going through mental health crisis. It's called CIT training, critical incident training, as well as extensive training with recognizing and preventing human trafficking, which is terrible. Actually, it is terrible. And it has plagued our country for a long time, in this world, I would say. And now people are starting to be more aware of it and trying to find ways to combat and fight human trafficking and to give our young people a chance, an opportunity to be great. So I have a host of other, just investigative certificates and things like that that I've done hazmat training. I can deal with radioactive equipment and things like that. None of that stuff is really important for I Am Integrity, but just being able to have working relationship with other agencies and organizations is quite beneficial.
Wow. Again, you are listening to Woman Emerge with Melissa Lambert, and I'm so excited to have our guest speaker, who is the CEO and the visionary of I Am Integrity, Juanika Ballard. And we are diving into learning a little bit about who Juanika Ballard is, but also to really understand her company, I Am Integrity. And so, Juanika, when you think about the vision, the long-term goals of this organization, what does the vision and the long-term goals of this organization for I Am Integrity looks like to you?
The vision of the organization is to create a world where youth value integrity, themselves, and others, and that juvenile incarceration and death by violence is no longer. Our long-term goals are community engagement, where we will spend time with our seniors and help the less fortunate, do park cleanups and things like that, to give back in the community. I think that one way that we can invoke opportunities for integrity to stand and shine is through giving back through community. So part of the long-term goals are building relationships within the community, and I believe that our seniors are a forgotten population, and the way that seniors and youth work and network together and impart wisdom for both. I've met some seniors that I have been able to give some wisdom to, and they definitely have given me tons and tons of wisdom. So I think that's important to keep that relationship, and so that young people understand the importance of our seniors, because one day they're going to be seniors, To do college tours, to give them a chance to get that glimpse of hope that, yeah, you can go to a college university. That's an opportunity. So to take college tours, to provide scholarship opportunities and internships, and this is part of a dream. I mean, this isn't anything that I've even really shared publicly, but part of the dream for I Am Integrity is to actually open a youth center where young people can go into a safe environment and that they can work on building their passions, whether it be in the gym, through STEM, media studios, art studios, fitness and exercise, some classroom tutoring, things of that nature that will help to kind of mold and grow the passions that they have inside. And we have a lot of companies that are moving into different areas, tech companies and things like that. It is important for those companies that will be utilizing the data and information from the people who are going to use their products. It would be important to give back to the community by teaching young people how to do the things that they're implementing within the community. So that would be important to partner up with other tech companies and organizations to have them come back and teach our young people how to be a part of the bigger picture, the larger scope of things.
Wow.
That's way down the line, but that is a dream of mine, to have a safe place where young people can go and they can grow and explore other opportunities that are out there for them in a safe way, obviously. And then having other businesses and business owners bring them on as interns, give them a chance to see what it's like before they get locked in. And if that's it works for them, it's a good match for them, to give them employment opportunities down the line, set that up for them, give them some security as they grow older and move forward, so that they can also come back and be a demonstration of, once they complete the program for I'm Integrity, now they are the example of it. They are integrity. It's not just me saying I'm integrity, but they take on the face of I'm Integrity, the representation, and they too will become I am integrity. That's part of the goal and the vision of the organization.
I love it. As I'm going to, I'm going to do the correction right here. As I'm Integrity Business Coach, it's not going to happen down the line. It's going to start happening now. So I when you said that, I thought about the Boys and Girls Club. And I'm like, oh, my goodness, this is going to be the I Am Integrity Club, where they can literally come and experience that. I remember back in my days, the Boys and Girls Club was that place for us to go to. The YMCA was that place to go to. We have different organizations such as I had Girl Scout for 8 years. For 6 years, I was a Girl Scout troop leader. That was a go-to places for some of these children. And I love the fact that I Am Integrity Club is going to exist in communities, that we can basically start in the York community, the York location in Pennsylvania, to build out that. And because this is aired on live in 170 countries, but is also aired on the 12 Top podcast, I'm praying that an investor is listening. I'm praying that somebody's listening and say, you know what, we want to invest because our youth matters. We want to invest in what you're saying because it is necessary for something like this, a club like this, to exist in the community. So no, it's not going to happen later in life. It's going to start happening now. We never expected I Am Integrity to be where it is today. We started in January. By the end of January, we was established. And by February, we started getting donation. By March, you were in the cover of your community newspaper. By April, you were having your team build and getting everything established. Now May, you are launching I Am Integrity. So yeah, by the end of the year, I am expecting the I Am Integrity Club to open up in the community of in the city of, you say it's not a city, but in York, Pennsylvania. I'm believing to see that happen. And so, yeah, we're going to be moving, and we're going to move quick. So, Juanika, I'm like, y'all listen, Juanika's in the back. She's like, oh my gosh, here she go. Here Melissa go again. Put it in the atmosphere, So how can people, because we're talking about our the upcoming club that we're going to establish in the community, but there is steps before the club get established. We want to be able to open up the opportunity for I'm Integrity to be in schools and in organizations. How can people that are listening to you right now, how can they connect back with you and get I Am Integrity in their school, in their organization, at their church, at their function, so people can hear your story, hear some information, be a partaker of your workshops, and be able to say, I want my daughter, my son to be a scholar of I Am Integrity?
Well, I'm Integrity. We can be reached at 717-356-0901, or we can be emailed at iamintegrityinfo@gmail.com. You can also visit our website at iamintegrity.org. So once we establish the head of the contact person, once we have the relationship established, they reach out, we can iron out all the details to get I'm Integrity into schools and organizations in your area.
Wow. And, for the upcoming process of I'm Integrity, I know that we're establishing a academy online. So for those who are not in the state of in Pennsylvania, don't worry. We got you. We got you covered. I'm Integrity is moving and will be moving statewide. So I'm excited about just the journey of I'm Integrity and where you're going and how you're really going to do some massive impact in the community at large where you are, but in the community over cities, over states, and hopefully in the other countries. So again, you are listening to Women Emerge with Melissa Lambert. It's an honor. It's always an honor to have the CEO and the visionary of I Am Integrity, Juanika Ballard, who is here today on the show. And just want to remind you that the show is being sponsored by Women Emerge Network, a network created for women, men, and children to help bring families' dreams, destiny, and their businesses together. Here at Women Emerge Network, we believe that it's not just to impact the woman, it's to also impact the family, the community, and the world by bringing resources such as I Am Integrity, education, opportunities, and businesses that will bring and make a difference in the lives of so many people. We start with our 4 pillars: passion, purpose, power, and profit. And I'm so excited to know that I Am Integrity is a part of the 4 pillars because they are doing their thing. So why would you join Women Emerge Network? It is a place where you can come together to network, to learn, to grow, and to create generational wealth. Here at Women Emerge Network, the families stay connected, father, mother, and children. This is a community that keeps the wealth growing amongst one another. So I want you to listen out for Women Emerge Network because that is a network that you should be a part of. You can visit us at womanemergenetwork.com. Again, womanemergenetwork.com. On today's show, again, we are talking with the CEO and visionary of I Am Integrity, Juanika Ballard. We're talking about integrity and that integrity do matters. And we are introducing to the world and reintroducing to some I Am Integrity. So, Juanika, you have a lot going on, especially what's going on this weekend. I want you to kind of give us an idea of what is going on Saturday with I Am Integrity.
Well, Saturday is going to be a monumental event. It is definitely going to be history in the making. Saturday, we launched an I Am Integrity at the West Manchester Township building, which is located at 380 East Berlin Road in York, Pennsylvania. It's going to be from 10 to 12. We're inviting the community to come out and learn about what the organization stands for, our vision, our mission, how we can serve the community, and we're also going to give them an opportunity to learn how they can help the mission, how they can help the organization grow and reach more young people. And also how to donate. So on Saturday, May 25th, we'll be at the West Manchester Township building, making sure that the community knows where we are. We'll have light refreshments. We'll be present. The staff, our team, will be present to engage, answer questions that may be had, and we should have some featured scholars, I'm Integrity scholars, at the event as well. So it'll be a great time for information gathering as well as networking on Saturday.
Wow. And I want you to take this opportunity to thank your sponsors because you had a couple of sponsors that sponsored this event. So if you can take this moment and just give some shout out to your sponsors, your dream team, and just to kind of just be, thankful because I know that some great giant stores were able to donate to this process as well. So, if you want to take this opportunity to go ahead and thank your sponsors, you can go ahead and do so for this event.
Yes. Before I thank the sponsors, I do want to thank my team. Obviously, Melissa Lambert, you have been tremendous in helping build I'm Integrity and helping me to stay grounded and stay focused and encouraged. Nicole Foreman, who's our lead community advocate or community ambassador, we've had our web designer, Jeremiah Boyd, who's helped out with it, as well as Ms. Lavelle Howe, who's helped with building the organization. We've had some donations from Pepsi. We've had donations from the Green Bean Roasting Company to help with the event, Maple Donuts, Sam's Club, as well as Giant Food has understood and teamed up to help further the mission. They understand the importance of integrity, and they've helped and gotten on board with making donations for that. We've had my family and friends, some I haven't seen in decades, others I've seen, I interact with frequently, people who have believed in me and the vision of I'm Integrity, who've made donations to help to make this possible. So I am greatly, greatly appreciative of everyone, the donations. Some people haven't been able to give donations or just not yet, and have given me words of encouragement. And those things go a long way. They've also asked, how can I help? How can I help further the mission and support you? And they've done that through sharing and helping to network, to connect the dots with other agencies who are able to help financially with the organization. So I'm greatly appreciative of everyone who has believed in me and the mission of the organization and gotten on board to help further the mission.
They understood the assignment, and I'm so happy to know that your community, your family, your friends, your dream team is behind you 110%. So, Juanika, I know that the summer month is coming up. Here in Florida, the kids are out of school this coming week. Same, I think, in your state as well. So the summer month is coming up. We have the June, July, and August month before they go back to school. What are the plans? What is the upcoming events that I Am Integrity will be hosting during the summer?
I'm so glad you asked. So on June 15th, we are going to have the My Father and Me community gathering. It's going to be a cookout. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be at Sunset Lane Park in West Manchester, Pennsylvania. It's a chance to honor the men, dad, father figures who stepped up to coach, to volunteer, to help with bridging the gap for young people who, some of them, their parents, their dad isn't around or isn't alive, or some of them are just not interested. So these men have stepped in and stood in the gap for them to make things possible that would not otherwise be possible. So we're having the opportunity to honor them and the work that they've done in the community and in the lives of other young people. On July 28th, we're going to have an online internet safety training to help young people understand and recognize safety situations, as well as recognize and prevent human trafficking. Again, that's something that's very important to me and dear to me. With the, years ago when I was coming up, you had to leave the house to go get in trouble. You had to go find it. Now with cell phones and iPads and computers, temptation and opportunities for misguiding is in the palm of their hands and at their fingertips. And so we want them to be able to recognize dangers that are unforeseen but hidden in plain sight. So So we have that coming up. And in August, we are organizing a back-to-school event. We're looking at August the 3rd, the weekend of August the 3rd. Well, we're looking at August the 3rd as the event date to have a back-to-school event. The one thing that I want to do a little bit different with the back-to-school event is obviously we want to have supplies and things like that for young people, have vendors, local talent, as well as, food and things like that. But I'd like to see if there's a way that we can provide a teacher or educator care pack, like something that would help the teachers as they enter the school year as well as prepare. Maybe it's just, hand sanitizers and other dry erasers and stuff like that. But just something, teachers don't ask for a whole lot. Like, they get excited about gift cards at Target, So to give them something as well as they embark on the 180-day journey of positively impacting the lives of young people. So on August the 3rd, we're organizing an event for the community to get everybody geared up and focused on getting back to school, into the learning environment, and hopefully, we'll have other opportunities for I'm Integrity to make impact and throughout the school year. But in preparation for that, that's the plans for I'm Integrity moving forward.
Ooh, I'm just in awe of just everything, like everything that is coming forth for I'm Integrity. We have, the launch coming up in May. We have the Father's event on the 15th of June. We have the safety workshop on July 28th, and August the 3rd, back to school. And we're not forgetting the teachers. I mean, for those who are listening, you may not be in the same city or state of where I Am Integrity exists, but because you know what they're doing, please donate. Donate if you can. Send, they have a P.O. box. You can send supplies there so we can add those stuff for the teacher. I love the fact that you have a teacher educator pack, because they need some stuff too. They're the ones that are spending 6 to 8 hours with your child. Why not show them some love? We always hear about these back-to-school events, but we don't show the teachers much love on that event because our focus is on the students, and that's okay. But I love the curveball that I Am Integrity has thrown in here, and I'm just in awe of what is happening with I Am Integrity. So I want to I know we're wrapping this up, and again, we're so thankful for the launch and for what's coming in the summer. But I want to at least give the audience an idea of what does other projects look like for you. I know I dropped a little bit about the Academy online. What other projects does I Am Integrity have in play or thinking of putting together for the upcoming months or in the upcoming year?
Well, I Am Integrity is launching a I Am Integrity Sports Edition. As a basketball coach, I see a lot. My son also played football, and so there's been there's some rivalry, right, between obviously different teams and opponents, but also against the referees. And so we want to teach young people that their talent will get them to far places. They'll get them to great places. However, the integrity will keep them there. We've seen a lot of athletes, professional athletes, misbehaving badly, and it's setting a terrible example for our young people on how to behave and how to navigate and move around within the sports arena. So we want to, we have launched the I Am Integrity Sports Edition, and that actually is in the works, we're using it now. I coach the 717 Hoop Dreams team, the sixth grade boys team, and we've adopted the I'm Integrity Sports Edition mindset and model, and it's been spectacular. The reception from the team and the parents, the other coaches, there actually have been, and I'm not saying this because I'm Integrity has been involved with it, but the display of poise, professionalism, discipline that my boys have demonstrated in very adverse situations has been noteworthy. So much so that we've gotten accolades. People come up and say, "Man, I'm really impressed with how your players has handled these tough situations." Refs, this isn't the NBA. This isn't football. They can't go and run the tape back. So teaching them how to handle the difficult calls that they don't believe that they committed a violation within whatever that sport is, but being able to respect the fact that the person with the whistle has made the call and nothing is going to change from that point, to keep continuing that game, to maintain their confidence and discipline throughout their time on the court or on the field and off. So the I'm Integrity Sports Edition is here. We're working it now, and it is spectacular. We have won 3 championships after adopting the mindset. Obviously, it's not totally because of for the teaching of I'm Integrity. I am blessed to have a phenomenal group of boys, or young men, I should say, that I coach, and they have just embraced the concept of teamwork and sportsmanship that the Sports Edition stands on, and it's built upon. So the Sports Edition is, I think every coach needs to be looking into and trying to get the I'm Integrity Sports Edition into their program. It really does change how their mindset is about the sport that they're participating in, and then the people that are around it, that are associated with it. Nobody wants their parent to be the one kicked out the game. Nobody wants their child to be the one kicked out of the game. So we have to teach them how to manage their emotions, how to recognize certain situations, and then how to navigate around those challenging situations that are, emotionally charged.
I can't wait for this edition, especially when the magazine hits, because again, I'm not a sports person, but you kind of gave me some you gave me some direction and kind of gave me some example and explanation of how the sports edition was released back in the days and how people looked for that. And I'm excited about the quarterly edition of this I Am Integrity Sports Edition, that magazine that will come forth, and just the fact that you're bringing this into the athletic departments. I spoke to a dean from a middle school / high school on this past week, on Monday, and I told him about you. He was like, "Oh my gosh, we need that." And the basketball coach was right there, and he was like, "Oh, absolutely." So you are right. I love how I Am Integrity not only is focusing on integrity within the community, but also integrity in the sports world, because you do find there's a lot of fighting. You do find there's a lot of back talk and negative words being spoken against each other. And if we start using our youth as a way of understanding the importance of being integral on the court and off the court, they will now see the great part of why integrity matters, right? So kudos to you, Juanika, for allowing I Am Integrity to be on the court but also off the court. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And as
thank
we
you for
wrap
about the magazine, that is, it's going to be amazing. It is actually going to be mind blowing. It's nostalgic, but yet brand new. So.
Yes. I mean, I'm smiling because I can see it. I'm excited for you, Juanika. Truly, I'm proud of you. It's been an honor to serve you truly on purpose. I remember us having a conversation in December when you did your mind mapping session, and we never knew that the mind mapping session to where you are today. And you are such a hard-working woman. You wear integrity on your back, on your sleeve, on just everything. Your work ethic, the way you push, your drive to succeed, your drive to help others, your drive to help the community, the drive to leave legacy, the drive to make your grandparents who are just shining down on you to say, you know what, that's my girl. Just the drive that you have is just truly remarkable. And I want to say, openly, it's been truly an honor to serve you on purpose. So thank you for allowing me to be not just on the sideline, but right beside you. And I love the way you just you just allow me to be me. You are just like, oh God, here go Melissa. But Melissa means you well. And I remember waking up this morning and you said, is this done? And I'm like, oh, the first thing I woke up to was, Lord, I thank you for this day. And I saw I am integrity. And I'm like, getting stuff going, because even though this is Juanika's baby, I became her midwife, and it's just such an honor, and I can't wait. I think I'm going to cry, y'all, on Saturday, because to see this birthing forth, to see Juanika come forth, it's just been an honor. So tell us, Juanika, how can we support? How can we follow your journey to helping our youth? How can we be a part of this journey from afar? Tell us, how can we support you?
So you can visit our website, and it's IamIntegrity.org. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok on I Am Integrity NPO, like standing for a nonprofit organization. We also have a YouTube channel, and it is I Am Integrity. So for donations, you can go to iamintegrity.info to donate directly, or you can reach the donation option through our website for I Am Integrity. Please go on, donate, pass on our information, share the organization with others. If you have an area of expertise, of knowledge that can help the organization, please don't hold on to it. Share it so that we can multiply it exponentially to impact the lives of young people.
Wow. Well, we so thank you for your leadership. We so thank you for your vision, and we so thank you for your passion, which has led to purpose, which has fueled to power. And now it's time to profit, not just profit for the organization, profit to make sure this dream stays alive. So thank you so much. And again, you are listening to Women Emerge with Melissa Lambert. You can follow me on Facebook at Melissa, MELLISA Lambert, as well as Women Emerge Network and Women Emerge Wellness. You can follow me on IG at Women Emerge Now. You can join Women Emerge Network at womenemergenetwork.com. We are excited for what's to come. And also, if you want to get a copy of any of my books, you can go to melissabooks.com. That's MELLISA books.com. And like I Am Integrity, their statement is integrity truly matters. We do all that we do. Juanika does all that she does. Her team does all that they do because they believe that integrity matters. Remember that and support the mission, support the purpose, support the cause of I Am Integrity. Go there and donate. Donate now. And if you can't donate now, when you can donate, do it. IamIntegrity.org. IamIntegrity.org. Until next time, thank you again, Ms. Juanika Ballard, the CEO and visionary of I Am Integrity. We truly believe that you're doing a great thing for not only your community, but for your legacy, for your children to remember that Mom did this for me, not only for me, but for the world. So thank you for all that you do. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Until next time, everyone, take care, take charge, and be great. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to Women Emerge with Melissa Lambert, where Melissa speaks with leaders, experts, and motivators who share their journeys and their stories through personal and professional growth, knowledgeable tips, and lessons learned that will empower you to grow. Follow Melissa and Women Emerge Network on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at MELLISASLAMBERT and at Women Emerge Network. And visit www.womenemergenetwork.com. Remember, when you know better, you can do better, especially when God is for you.